something catastrophic has to happen in order for you to get your specific person. Yeah, okay. If you want to know what I think about that, then you're going to want to stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to an exciting episode of QTBT, as in Quit Trippin' Balls Thursday. My name is Flossie, and for those of you that are new here, I consider myself to be the funniest, wittiest mindset coach, as well as your OG Hype You Up Rampage Queen here on YouTube. I do offer one-on-one coaching, and if you're interested in that, links will be in the description box below, as well as links to the new Manifestation Accountability Journal, 90 amazing days of checking in, putting down when you are doing your routine, how you are feeling that day, rating your mental diet, things you did, what was the best about today. It even has a space for things you're grateful for. Do you have to be grateful to manifest? No, but does it feel amazing to feel grateful? Yes. And this is just helping with mindset and accountability. There's space in there to write FU letters, which you can rip out. And there's also space in there to write command letters. So pretty dope book to help hold you accountable. And it's a tool that you can use yourself. So you guys know that I love to debunk the things that I hear out in the 3D community, especially from other croaches, and came up with that word accidentally on the last video that I just recorded for Spill the Tea Tuesday, because I went to say coaches and like cockroaches at the same time. So croaches. But at any rate, we know that there's coaches out there that talk about mindset, manifestation, law of attraction, law of assumption, and some people are very limiting and don't really know what they're talking about. And I was remembering when doing a class recently with Coach Nikki about something that I remember hearing a really long time ago. And it was a way that a coach taught people. I think this coach was a little bit more law of attraction than law of assumption. You know, law of attraction can be very limiting. If you're new to this community from law of attraction is actually pretty limiting. You can watch some of my previous videos where I talk about that, or even go over to the Assumption Effect podcast. I think that there's a video where Nikki and I talk about it on the podcast. Anyhow, there was a coach out there, I think this person still exists and offers coaching, that actually would teach that something catastrophic would have to happen in order for a specific person to realize that they wanted to be with that other person. So let's say someone's manifesting their specific person. This coach would actually counsel people that, well, there's going to have to be like some sort of life-altering event, because most of the time it's a life-altering event or something catastrophic happening that makes the specific person realize who they really want to be with. And you know what that means? That means that, number one, if a manifestor assumes that to be true, that means that they would probably manifest something unpleasant happening in their specific person's reality in order for the manifestation to come to fruition. But the big thing that it does, besides the fact is cause a lot of stress, potentially unnecessary, unpleasant occurrences, is it causes a significant delay. Because if your assumption is that you have to have something happen in your 3D reality, like some significant event has to happen in your specific person's life, or any other person's life that you're manifesting to do whatever you want, but is particularly with an SP, then you're waiting for some event to happen that is going to end up like spurring SP to decide to want to be with you. And if you don't know what I think about an SP deciding to want to be with you, maybe check out my previous video that I made for Spill the Tea Tuesday, where I literally talk about how SPs don't decide anything. So, you know, this, first of all, this fully goes against people not having free will in your 3D reality. So law of assumption, one of the main premises is you're the operant power of your reality, and the 3D must conform to your dominant thought and assumption, and therefore no one else in your 3D reality actually truly has any free will. That there's multiple realities, and there's a reality where they're doing their own thing, living their own best life with their own free will, or at least that's one way that it's looked at. Whether you look at it that way or not, you know, that's up to you. But having said that, you know, the specific person, your specific person, doesn't have any free will to actually reject you. They must conform to your dominant thoughts and assumptions. But if you create the dominant thought and make the manifestation conditional on an event happening in order for your specific person to come forward, guess what? You're creating an unintentional delay based on some, potential future event. And I do actually have a video that I'll link here where I talk about not making manifestation conditional. You don't have to make it conditional on anything. Everything's a separate manifestation. And so when you're manifesting a specific person, you don't have to make it conditional on some catastrophic event happening, because all you have to think about is that you're in this amazing loving relationship and how much they love you, that they're with you, etc. And that's what your 3D reality is going to conform to once that becomes your dominant thought about your specific person, about that topic for you being in a relationship. So, there is no need for a catastrophic event. It's also, when someone has unintentionally manifested a third party, or maybe they meet their specific person and that's someone they want to be with, and there already is a third party. You don't have to have some major event happen for the SP and the third party to no longer be together. If you're affirming and persisting that you're with your specific person, that third party is going to move. Why? Because whatever is going to move for you to get your manifestation. It doesn't matter if it's 2 people. It doesn't matter if it's 2,000 people. It doesn't matter if it's 2 million people. Whomever and whatever has to move is going to move in order for the 3D reality to conform. So there doesn't need to be any sort of event in order for the SP and the third party to no longer be together. It could literally appear in the 3D that your SP has an epiphany, has a thought pop in his head. It literally could be he wakes up, or she, and just is like, I want to be with this person, and just comes forth to you. There doesn't need to be a bizarre delay. Don't put a delay on something that doesn't need a delay. So manifestation doesn't have to be conditional. Your manifestation with your specific person doesn't have to be conditional on any event or anything happening other than literally them coming forward as you've changed your dominant thought and assumption about them. So there doesn't have to be a catastrophic event. There doesn't have to be a life-altering event in order for your specific person to realize that they want to be with you. If a coach is out there saying that there has to be some sort of major catalyst, whether it's a life-altering event, whether it's something catastrophic, or whatever, some crisis in life for SP to come forth, that's absolutely bullshit and just literally needs to go in the owl trash can where it belongs. This is my owl trash can. What is she? She's always hungry for your bullshit. And that's where any sort of bullshit negative thinking goes. Well, the same thing is with any philosophies that are limiting, that come from any of the croaches that probably just need to crawl back under the rock of which they came, because a lot of times they are teaching things that are extremely limiting, that are not helpful to you or helpful to the manifestation community. There absolutely does not need to be any sort of event, anything catastrophic, life-altering, life-changing, epiphany-making, in order for your specific person to come forward. You could literally just shift to the reality where there is a version of them that wants to be with you. Or if you like to look at it as your 3D reality is just going to conform and your specific person's just going to conform, fine, no worries. But there doesn't have to be anything bizarre that happens in order for you to get your manifestation. So if you hear any of that BS, just put it straight in the trash where it belongs. Don't subscribe to it. If you've heard it and you've bought into it, maybe write an FU letter to that whole type of theory, and a command letter that, your manifestation is with you in your 3D reality facts. I mean, I could always link a command letter video up here if you'd like, but no longer subscribe to limiting ridiculousness that you hear. There doesn't need to be any weird, catastrophic, life-altering event for your SP to decide that they want to be with you, because they don't decide anyway. Just like I said in my previous video, they might say that they've decided, they might even act like they've decided, they may even use that verbiage, but they actually don't decide. You just get the version of them that has conformed and shows up wanting to be with you and doing everything that you want. So anyhow, hope that this video has been helpful to you. Put anything else in the trash where it belongs. Drop any comments, questions, or concerns below, because I love to check them out. And as usual, I'll talk to you later. Bye.